Hey there everybody, it is Scudder here, and today I'm going to show you guys something that I discovered. This is about rolling your own cigarettes, and I know that my Christian subscribers are just going to tear me up about this, and that's okay, just please don't. I'm a smoker, and it's probably my one bad habit, so let me have my habit, okay? Anyway, for everybody else, in this economic crisis that we have seen this year in 2009, everybody knows that prices are going higher and higher on just about everything. And thanks to Obama and thanks to our government, local government here, our cigarettes, they've raised the taxes so high that cigarettes are just insane. A regular pack of the most popular brands of cigarettes is just about $5 a pack here. So for someone who smokes, you have to start making some decisions. Now, I'm not advocating smoking. It is a bad habit and it is not good for you, but it's a habit that some of us have. So if you're going to smoke, I'm going to show you a way to do it cheaper. And I know that there's not a whole lot of ways of saying that it's healthier, but this is healthier than smoking regular brands of cigarettes. Alright, this contraption here is called the Gambler. This is a cigarette injector machine or cigarette making machine. There are quite a few different brands and types of machines out here. I'll show you real quick. When I first started doing this, what we started out with was just a real small, if you can see that, it's just a little handheld, and you basically kind of, when you make your cigarettes, you have to kind of cock it like a gun. And this works. This is cheap, probably about $4 or $5. This works, but it's a very slow process using this. So I upgraded to this right here, and I'm going to show you guys how it works and how to use it. This is comparable to the Premier Excel. For those of you who have heard of the Premier Excel, it's comparable to that. My cousin has one of those, and I'm going to borrow it, and I'll probably do a video about it to show the difference. But I think that they basically work the same. As you can see, this one right here, that chamber right there, that is where you're going to fill the tobacco with. And for this, it's a tabletop model, and it's got a hand grip, you can see there. And that lever is the lever that you pull to actually fill the cigarette. Let me just kind of show you. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here and kind of, let me switch hands. This will be easier if I switch hands. Show you guys, that's where you put the cigarette at, and when you crank the nozzle, if you'll see that coming out, that's what fills the cigarette tube with tobacco, excuse me. Now this right here, if you can see it, this is a blank cigarette tube, and you buy these by the carton. Now this is the brand that we use. This is Top brand. You get 250 in this one. Used to get 200, now it's 250. And this, of course, comes in different types of brands as well. Here's another brand, just to show you a comparison. This is the Zigzag brand. It's basically the same thing. Let me open this up, show you. See, they come in a case like that, and they're just empty, real lightweight. They also make menthol. They make king size, which these are king size, and they also make 100s. So you have a variety that you can use. Now this is my tobacco right here, and let me show you what we've been using. There's all different brands of tobacco. This is Red Cap tobacco, and what it is, it's pipe tobacco. It's not cigarette tobacco, it's made for pipes. this is a 16-ounce bag right here, and that costs 14 bucks, which is pretty cheap. So what I usually do when I start out is I take out a good handful of the tobacco, and I kind of move it around and let it sit out for a little, just for about a minute or two, to let it dry a little bit, and that helps. That helps when you're making the cigarettes in this type of machine right here, because if it's too moist, it'll jam up. So you want to let your tobacco air out just a little bit. And if you guys can see this right here, this is just an old tray that I had. I think I picked it up at an auction for like $1. And I use this because it helps keep the tobacco in. It doesn't go all over the table and all of that. Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to fill this now. And when I go to actually make the cigarette, I'll have to set the camera down, so I'll try to get a decent angle. What you do, you just take just like a little pinch of tobacco here, and whoops, let me show you. You just fill the chamber. On these, I'm still learning how to use this, so basically you need to fill the ends, each end first, and kind of scoot it in a little bit, so that will help fill this end and that end of your cigarette. And I'm still learning how to do this. So, but basically all you do, you don't have to tamp it down real hard. If you tamp it down too hard, then it'll jam. So you just take your tobacco in there, and you take your cigarette here, and I always find if you go at an angle, it works a lot better. And you just kind of ease the tube on there till you feel it stop, just like that. Now I'm kind of having to do this at an angle, so I don't know if you guys can see this well or not, but hopefully you'll be able to see it well enough. All you do is once you've got your cigarette on there, you take your crank and you just crank it just like that, and then you've got a made cigarette right there. And I usually tap it just a little bit just to kind of pack it down, and then there you go. You got a rolled cigarette. And the nice thing about these is that this is made of plastic. It's hard plastic. And the nice thing about these is that they don't get as dirty and gummy as the metal kind. So these will last a lot longer, and you don't have to do a lot of extra cleaning to it. You don't have to take it apart and all that kind of stuff. So that was one of the reasons why I kind of like this one. Now, I know that there are some people who will kind of scoff at this and say, well, that just seems like an awful lot of trouble to go through just to make cigarettes, when it's easier to go to the store and just buy a carton or buy it by the pack. But consider this. I was smoking Doral cigarettes, and my cartons were costing me about $45 a carton. So even if you smoke just a carton a week, you figure that's roughly, let's see, well, that's about $180 a month that you're spending. When you roll your own cigarettes like this, on average, with what we're paying for the tobacco, you can roll a carton for about 10 bucks. One of those big bags like that I got will roll more than a carton. So I can roll a carton of cigarettes for 10 bucks, and if you've got 4 weeks, it's 4 cartons, it's 40 bucks. So you're saving about $140 a month. Plus you've got a couple of added advantages to rolling your own. One, when you roll your own, the cigarettes burn longer. There's something about manufactured cigarettes. I think they put some type of accelerant in the chemicals that they put in the tobacco that makes them burn faster. When you roll your own cigarettes with pure tobacco, they last longer. Therefore, you don't smoke as much. Plus, you're not getting all of the added chemicals that the regular cigarette manufacturers put into their cigarettes, and especially those of you who are buying like super generics that are coming from like India and China and Pakistan and places like that. You have no idea what's going in those cigarettes. When you're buying this type of tobacco that's American cut and made, it's pure tobacco. You're not getting any of the fillers, any of the chemicals. So again, I know there's nothing healthy about smoking, but this is a healthier alternative anyway than smoking the main brands. So anyway, I just wanted to make this video for somebody out there, because I know that smoking is an expensive habit, and it in this economic situation that we're in right now, you've got to save money everywhere you can. So I hope that this has been helpful to you guys, and if you have any questions, just let me know. Take care. Bye-bye.